Well, guys, we have another disturbing example of black privilege. Though today's case study involves a paradoxical manifestation of black privilege. See, this woman here suffers from the belief that black people can't be racist, which, in one level, is a positive thing for blacks because it absolves them of all personal responsibility. It basically treats them like they're half retarded children. White people can be racist, so white people are held to a higher standard of personal responsibility and conduct than black people. Black people can't be racist, so blacks are held to a lower standard of personal responsibility and conduct than white people. In other words, black people can't be racist infantilizes black people. In other words, blacks are treated like little children.
I thought that was disgusting. The microphone, they just took the whole place over. That will never happen with me. I don't know if I'll do the fighting myself or if other people will, but that was a disgrace.
I can't play the video you're about to see for copyright reasons, but if you'd like to see the full assault video, click the link below. At a college somewhere, I think in San Francisco, a racist black woman, really more like dark brown. You know, it's funny that so many people who aren't black are desperately trying to call themselves black in a desperate attempt to get some of that black privilege. Like this motherfucker right here. This motherfucker's goddamn chalk white. Luckily for him, he does have sort of nappy sculpted hair, so I guess he can get away with it. Rachel Dolezal, she got caught. You know, she got caught as a white woman trying to be black. You know, you think if being black was so terrible, you think if being black was so terrible, you wouldn't have countless people trying to be black. You also have Amber Rose. She's another white woman. There's even a Tumblr dedicated to Amber Rose. Amber Rose is not black. And there's even, you know, people who say that Amber Rose, although she adopts and embraces and makes money off black culture, she's fucking white as white gets. She even talks black. Okay, whatever, you know. By the way, that's not talking black. The idea that talking black is talking like this, okay, girl, yeah. No, that's culture. I don't buy that that's genetics. But anyways, so I can't show you the video of the assault, but essentially what happens is that this racist dark brown woman, sorry, not going to call you black as much as you want some of that black privilege, this racist dark brown woman attacks this poor, dainty, innocent little cracker. This poor little white dude. She assaults him. And why does she assault him? Because of cultural appropriation. You guessed it, ladies and gentlemen. Cultural appropriation. So she's basically telling him that his hair, again, the link to this video is in the description below. Click it, you get to see it in full. She's telling him that his hair, because he's got sort of that Rastafarian hairstyle, because he's a fucking cracker, you can't have that because it's cultural appropriation. This is the kind of communistic nonsense taught in most colleges today. And so it's funny because she attacks him for cultural appropriation. Let me move forward. She's essentially, look, she's bullying him here. This is what you call black on white crime. Happens in shockingly disproportionate numbers here in America. You look at the crime stats, it's pretty shocking. In fact, those crime statistics might help you explain why blacks are incarcerated disproportionately. They're committing the vast majority of violent crimes. It's pretty shocking. So here she is assaulting the poor dainty cracker. And she says it's cultural appropriation, but wasn't it cultural appropriation when Tiger Woods came into the white-dominated sport of golf and basically took over as the champion? I don't think I ever heard a single white person ever say that Tiger Woods being the best in golf is cultural appropriation. I mean, this guy's fucking white. I mean, let alone the fact that he's clearly a white knight, you know, sweeping in to defend the female, because he's obviously on her side. These are black. These are black bullies. Well, he's a white bully with nappy hair, because this motherfucker's sorry. You're white. Sorry. Stop. Okay. Here, let's try this. You want to know what black people look like? Let's Google black people. Here you go. This, my friends, is a truly black person. If you okay, what think of the word black? Okay, this right here, his jacket is black colored. His skin is pretty damn black, little shades of brown in there. So what's up with all these people who aren't actually black claiming that they're black? Again, it's just to my earlier point, if being black is such a terrible, oppressive thing and a white supremacy, then why are so many people who aren't black trying to call themselves black? All right, let's go back to Tumblr, the most disgusting place on the planet, and where they're speculating, is Amber Rose black or not? Well, this person concludes that Amber Rose is not black. Let's see here. According to the background research, Amber Rose is like Irish and Scottish or something. Yet she adopts black culture, kind of like the way Rachel Dolezal did, because being black is such a terrible thing and under this white supremacist system that you have white people trying to call themselves black to get some of that black privilege. But even on this same Tumblr page, the very same author of this Tumblr page is speculating whether or not Rihanna and Nicki Minaj are actually black. Black. And you look at the caption under this image. I always wonder if Riri and Nicki would be just as successful if they were darker. I love that these black women, no, these are like brown bordering on chalk white. Sorry to break the fucking news to you. That's black. That's borderline white. Newsflash. I love that these black women are role models for women around the world, but between they, only three that are relevant. Beyonce, Rihanna, and Nicki. And by the way, Beyonce is another brown woman claiming that she's black. Okay? We need to get these terms right. Okay? If racist, race-obsessed black people, not black people in general, race-obsessed, racist blacks, are going to make skin color their top priority, then they need to start getting a little more accurate when they're talking about whether or not they're black and shades of skin color. If it matters enough to call a black person, and it matters enough to call a white person, then you better goddamn have the skin shade tone color down right. This is a black man. He's even got a little bit of brown in him. So there are actually black people who are literally tar black. This is a dark brown woman. Let's look at the black-white knight. The black-white knight. Okay, and here we have the black-white knight. My friends, this is a white-skinned person. I mean, the guy literally might be whiter than me. I mean, I come from an island, Cuba, so it makes sense I got a little skin pigmentation on me because of that Mediterranean sun. But this motherfucker with his black privilege, raised in America. See, I wasn't raised, but my parents were born in a third world communist dictatorship. This black guy in his college, probably thanks to affirmative action, probably has more privilege than I do. Born in America with all that black privilege. He's certainly whiter than I am. Literally, there's a case to be made. But it's funny, they say that, they assume that I have white privilege, but my ancestry goes back to a third world communist dictatorship island 90 miles south of Florida. This guy comes from America, one of the greatest first world nations. and there's all types of programs to help him get through life. But these are racist people, so what are we going to do? So yes, they're even speculating whether or not these are actually black women. And hey, Tumblr, you got something right for once. They're not black. This is black. These are practically white. Okay, so they have sort of blackish noses because they're a little bit wider at the nostrils. Maybe they have nappy hair. But again, they make it all about skin color. So why don't we start getting accurate with the skin color? These are mixed people, and there's probably some straight up white people somewhere nearby in their genetic ancestry. So, there you have it. I mean, why are so many white / brown colored people desperately trying to identify themselves as being black? What is up? Why is being black such a privileged thing that white and light brown people desperately want to identify as black? Well, it really is black privilege. It's not too hard to understand where it comes from. It's the black privilege of Tiger Woods is allowed to come in and dominate a white-dominated sport, and no one says a thing. Meanwhile, this poor, helpless cracker is literally bullied into a corner by a racist, dark brown woman and her white knight black guy. And it's disgusting. Again, guys, the link to this video is below. I hope that this racist black woman, I hope that she gets incarcerated, at least for a day, for the mild assault that she committed. At least for a day. And, the truth of the matter is that this is a frustrated college student. Now, I believe she's an employee at the college, but she's probably also a student. And, the sad thing is that you can tell the frustration of most students because they know that deep down going to college wasn't necessarily the best decision. She looks very frustrated. I actually talk about that in my new book, Success Without School. I'll put the link below. I obliterate the school system. I reveal it for what it truly is, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done there. That's actually also why I have this shirt. Intelligence does not equal regurgitation. Because, well, sitting in a class and reading a bunch of shit out of a textbook and then spewing it out of your mouth, vomiting it onto the test sheet, that's not necessarily intelligence. Again, link to this shirt is below. So there you have it, guys. Blatant black, dark brown racism to a legitimate white guy. I mean, this guy's about as white as you can get. Link is below. We live in an age of black privilege. We live in an age of white, borderline, light brown colored people. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Beyonce, calling themselves black and appealing to black culture, if there's such a thing as black culture, meaning is black culture necessarily rap? Why do we assume that if it's rap it must be black? I mean, unless you're implying that there's something inherently genetic about blacks that they're going to be inclined to adopt rap as a culture. I don't want to go down that because honestly I haven't studied that enough. I don't know. I don't know if we're inherently genetically different, and that's why white people did what they did. That's why blacks in America have this hip-hop culture. And that's why they have their little Ebonics dialect. And that's why the Irish have their culture. I don't know if it's genetic or if it's just environmental coincidence. I don't fucking know, honestly. So there you have it. And, I can go on forever, but I guess that really is the gist of it. It's an interesting point to make. I mean, if white supremacy is so evil, why are so many white people trying to be like black people? But again, that's just about all I have to say. I hope she gets incarcerated. She probably believes that men shouldn't hit women, even in self-defense, which is retarded. And so that'll be it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you want to know how I get this beard looking so goddamn sexy, Well, number one, how I do it is you have to go to a barber shop, go to a trained professional who knows how to handle the extension of masculinity, otherwise known as beards. The second thing I do is I joined Dollar Beard Club. Dollar Beard Club, $1 a month. You get fantastic beard products. Mine came in the mail about 2 weeks ago. Here's the beard oil. Smells fantastic. I put it on my beard about once a day. I use it to kind of sculpt it, but it also nourishes the beard, makes it softer. And of course, all of this is just for $1 a month. I also got the very cool beard comb, which I also use, by the way, to maintain this incredible beard. Beard oils, beard combs, and much more. Guys, check out Dollar Beard Club. Click the link below.